So hey guys, here's another hour-long class, an hour-long flow, however you want to think about it. In today's flow, what we're going to be focusing on is classical headstand. We're not going to be focusing on any sort of leg variations when it comes to our inversion tonight. We're just going to focus on classical headstand. Now when it comes to upside down time, as I like to call it, or play time, you don't have to do classical headstand if you don't want to. If you would rather work on tripod or pincha or handstand, you can. This is your practice, your choice. If you would rather rest in shavasana or take shoulder stand to plow pose, that is also a perfectly okay choice. When I'm teaching, what matters to me is that you listen to your body and you listen to your breath. You listen to your own inner teacher. So throughout class today, when your body is asking you for more and your breath is slow and natural and controlled and you can give it a little bit more, dig deeper, try something new, go a little harder if you want to, and harder for lack of a better word. But if your breath is coming fast and you're feeling winded and your body's like, I need rest, take rest. Rest in child's pose, rest in shavasana. Take from this class what you need to take from this class. So maybe it's strength, maybe it's rest, maybe it's a combination of the two. Like I said, all that matters to me is that you listen to your body, you listen to your breath, and you listen to your own inner teacher. Now, we're not just going to focus on classical headstand class. This is not just going to be a classical headstand class. We're going to flow, we're going to move, and we're going to do a lot of shoulder strengthening and shoulder opening. Shoulder strength and shoulder openness are two really important things when it comes to all inversions. You need to have open shoulders so you can move your shoulders as you wobble it in and out of your inversions, as you begin to maybe fall, when you first start practicing, and as you begin to play with different shapes in your inversions. You need a lot of shoulder openness so that way you can get your shoulders moving and not hurt yourself when you fall or when you're playing with a different shape or you fall out of the pose weirdly. Said fall twice. Anyways, big thing, shoulder openness when it comes to falling. However, you also need super strong shoulders so that way you can support yourself when you're upside down and also have the strength supporting and wrapping around your shoulder joint to prevent anything bad like a dislocation, which is the worst possible thing ever, which can happen the worst possible thing that can happen while practicing an inversion. Okay, that's like the extreme scale, but it does happen. I had a teacher who did it. And so with that being said, that's also the reason why I focus on shoulder strength a lot when it comes to inversions is if you're going to have flexible shoulders or you have naturally flexible shoulders, you have to have the strength too to support them and keep them all wrapped up together nice and good. So that way your shoulder joint just doesn't kind of go on and puddle onto the floor. So kind of in the sense that our bones hold up our body and keep us from being just a blob on the floor, our shoulder strength is what keeps our shoulders from just like unhinging and being a blob. It's the strength, the muscles that wrap around our shoulder, our rotator cuff, our traps, our subscapularis, our infraspinatus, and our supra and infraspinatus, our serratus anterior, etc. All those really good shoulder girdle muscles that keep our shoulder all wrapped together. We need to keep them strong, but also we need to keep the joint flexible. So it's this yin-yang balance, and that's kind of what we're going to be working on in class today, is the yin-yang balance, which is why we're going to strengthen, and then also open. Not do a whole lot of opening, but also open to maintain that flexibility. Okay. One other thing about class today, we're going to kind of do a kunga vinyasa detox twist onto class. So what that means is we're going to start out with core straight away from class. We're going to take time to ground down here in just a minute. But then we are going to take time to core, just get the core done, get the core out of the way before we start making our way towards our standing series. We're going to warm up with with modified sun salutation or two once we get to the standing series, and then hit our standing practice before we come down into classical and take floor postures. So kind of there's the get-go for class, and sorry I kind of went on a rant there about shoulder strength and shoulder flexibility. Big takeaways, classical headstand class, we're going to be working on shoulder strength and shoulder flexibility, and listen to your body, listen to your own inner teacher, take what you need from today's class. It's nighttime right now where I'm at, so I probably will say tonight a little bit more. On accident, my bad. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to get started here on our backs. So starting out class a little bit differently, go ahead and make your way there. You can start in partial recline. If you're not going to fall asleep, you can start in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined down angle. Or you can start with your legs extended all the way out on the mat, coming into a modified Shavasana, your choice. But just taking your legs in whatever shape you need to here. As you begin to call your attention onto your mat and then to your body. Closing your eyes here. Letting your to-do list float away. Forgetting about anything that may or may not have happened before you stepped on your mat. And anything that may or may not happen later on. Simply laying here, breathing. And your arms can stay wherever they've landed, or maybe you take one hand onto your belly, the other hand onto your chest. The pranayama I'm going to offer today to start out class is 3 parts breathing. So what we're going to do, if you wish to participate, is you're going to inhale, feel your belly rise, feel your diaphragm rise, feel your chest rise. And as you exhale, feel your chest fall, your diaphragm fall, and your belly fall. Inhale all the way back up. Before you exhale all the way down. 4 more just like that. Inhaling, feeling your belly rise first, taking a deep belly breath before the breath transfers up into your diaphragm and then your chest. And as you exhale all the way down. Inhaling up. Finish with your 4th round breath. Just meet me in stillness. One hand resting on your belly, one hand resting on your heart. Taking time to set an intention for your class today. Maybe it's a mantra, one word to help you move and flow. Or maybe you think about whatever brought you here onto your mat today. Maybe it's simply just a single word intention. Take a big inhale in. And exhale, side out. Sealing in that intention, sealing in that mantra, sealing in that thought. And on your next inhale, bring in something that you've done from on off your mat in the past week, the past month, the past year that you're super, super proud of. Seal that in, that sense of pride, accomplishment, and happiness. And as you exhale, release something from either on or off of your mat that's no longer serving you. And take 2 more deep belly breaths here. Breathing in and out from your belly, not from your diaphragm, but from those bellies. And then from here, let's take our arms out to the sides, taking them into a field goal shape or cactus shape, your choice. And inhale, extend your arms all the way up towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, pull them back down towards where you started. We're on our backs here still. Inhale, reach up, really isolate your scapulas here. And as you exhale, pull it down. The scapula is that big bone that's on your back, your shoulder bone. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up. As you exhale, pull it all the way down. 4 more just like that. Reaching up as you inhale. As you exhale, pull it back down. And your scapula is not really your shoulder bone, but it's the bone that gives your arms so much movement. It's what allows them to kind of reach all the way towards the sky, and then you pull them all the way back down to those T's. And then you inhale, you reach all the way up, the scapula rotates. And as you exhale, pull it down. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, lift your hands all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, pull back down. Good. And then keeping your arms at full goals, or maybe you straighten them out towards a big capillary T. We're taking a breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands directly above your head towards the sky, bring them together to touch. And as you inhale, bring them back down towards the mat to rest. Exhale, reach your hands all the way up towards the sky. And inhale, bring back down. 3 more just like this. Nice and slow and controlled. Basically doing unweighted chest flies here. Last one. Bring your hands together, and as you exhale, bring them back down. And then inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. And as you exhale, let them fall all the way back behind you above your head onto the mat. Inhale, reach your hands up. And as you exhale, bring them back down by your hips. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, let them fall back behind you. Inhale up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands come down by your hips. 3 more just like this, and these big shoulder, not really rolls, but kind of like lifts. But just really move from your shoulder here, working your rotator cuff muscles. Those teeny tiny muscles that you can't see in the mirror because they're deeper muscles. Last one. Inhale, lift your hands all the way up and behind you. And as you exhale, bring them back down. Good. And inhale, straight out your legs here and pull your right knee in towards your chest. Interlacing your hand on top of your right thigh, hitting core. Exhale, pull your left knee in as you extend your right leg out. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, change. On each exhale, you change your legs here, hugging one knee in as the other leg goes out long. Feeling free to speed up at any point. Okay. Going as fast as slow as you want here. We're here for 20, 18. Your hands don't have to touch onto your knees every time and hug in. You can do modified bicycles here. 16, 14, 12. Maybe go a little faster. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a great big old hug. Rock side to side on your lower back. I'm going to take your legs straight up towards the sky. Take a big breath in as you exhale. Point your toes, flex your feet, and lower down 6 inches or a quarter. Hands can stay down by your sides if you want, or you can lift your bottom up here and place your hands underneath your bottom for support. Let's then point our toes, flex our feet, point them down, or take them down 6 more inches or a quarter more. Point your toes, flex your feet, lower down 6 inches. Point your toes, flex your feet, lower down to hover, holding. Maybe your shoulder and neck lift off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point your toes, flex your feet, lift up 6 inches. Hold. Hands behind your head and neck if you want. Point your toes, flex your feet, lift up 6 inches. Point your toes, flex your feet, lift up 6 inches. Point your toes, flex your feet, lift them straight back up towards the sky. And then point your toes, flex your feet, begin to take baby scissor kicks here, straight up towards the sky. Okay, just kicking your legs. And then begin to lower your legs slowly down towards the mat, scissor kicking for 10. We're going to meet at the bottom at that hover. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet hover above the mat. Continue to scissor kick for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin to scissor kick all the way back up towards the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, scissor kicking at the top for 10. You got this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave your legs straight up towards the sky. Take your hands straight up towards the sky. Fingertips touch your toe tips. Take a breath in as you exhale. Lower your arms and legs down towards the mat. Inhale, lift up. As you exhale, lower. Good. Doing as many as you want or can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold everything here. Hands and feet are touching. And then lift your shoulders up off the mat, and maybe you lift your butt up off the mat too. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a great big old hug here. And then go ahead and inhale in as you exhale. Extend your arms and legs out long on the mat, resting. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, roll over onto your belly here. Making your way there however you see fit. We're just going to meet forehead down on the mat. Arms stretching out in front of us. Shoelace side of our feet glued down to the mat. And from here, let's take a breath as you exhale. Pull your arms down to field goals. And inhale, reach them up towards the top of your mat. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. 4 more like this. Just pulling down and reaching them back up. Really, again, isolating your scapulas. Feeling your back body. Feeling your back muscles here. And when you're done, just meet me with both hands straight out in front of you. And you have an option to stay here because we're going to do another round of those. Or you have an option to lift your arms above the mat. Chin can come to rest on the mat, too, if you want, or you can gaze down in front of you, chin lifts. And we're going to take a breath as you exhale, pull your arms down to a T. And inhale, take them up. Exhale, pull them down. Inhale, pull them up. And they're field goals, not T's, my bad. Let's do this 6 more times. Upping the reps here. Actively pinching your shoulder blades together in the back of your mat, in your back, in the center of your back. 3, 2, 1. Take both hands out in front of you and hold here. Just your chest lifts. Modified locust pose, modified cobra for 3, 2, 1. Bring your forehead and nose back down to the mat.
And go ahead, lift your right hand above the mat and hover here. Or maybe begin to pulse up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that right hand down the mountain. Inhale, lift up your left hand, head straight to the other side. Stay here at pulse for 10. You got it. 9, 8, maybe smile. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that left hand down the mat. Let's lift our right leg up and hold here. Or maybe begin to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that right leg fall down the mountain. Inhale, lift up your left and stay here. Begin to pulse. You got it for 10, 9, 8. How's this working our core? Kind of is, I guess. But what we're really focusing on here is now the leg lifting action to help us lift up into classical. Okay? For 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Bring your forehead down to the mat. We also did those leg lifts because we're going to take a breath as you exhale. Lift up your right hand, lift up your left leg, and hold here, or begin to pulse both at the same time, going up and down, getting our shoulder to work, getting our lower back and our entire back body to work here for 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest everything down the mat. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, left arm and right leg lift, hold, or pulse. If you pulse on the other side, just finish out the pulse. You got this. We're only here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lay everything down on the mat.
Bring your hands down underneath your shoulders and then take your hands out wider than your mat and inhale, press up.
Coming into Sphinx pose. Pull your shoulder blades down your back and away from your ears. Press your hips down towards the mat. Let's take a breath as you exhale. Dip your left shoulder down into midline, gazing up over your right shoulder. Let's hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, right shoulder down, gaze up over your left shoulder. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring that left shoulder back to midline. Gaze up over your right shoulder, holding here for 8 this time, doubling the time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back up, and as you exhale, right shoulder down towards midline. Gaze up over left shoulder, holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise all the way up. As you exhale, drape your body down onto the mat. Recenter yourself on the mat if you moved around a little bit, which is perfectly okay. Somehow the end of my ankles and my feet are hanging off my mat. And from here, like I said, bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Well, maybe I didn't say that. I don't know. Too focused on where we're going next. Hug your elbows into your ribcage. Tug your toes, lift your knees. Take a big breath, and as you exhale, push up, high plank. Good. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to stay here, option to bring your knees down to the mat if you want. We're going to do subscapular push-ups. So if you're like, what are those? Go ahead, come into tabletop and watch. So if you're in tabletop and then high plank, it looks exactly the same. The only thing that's different is what's going on with your knees. So here's what it looks like in tabletop. Gear in and gaze at my shoulders. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from this neutral spine, I'm going to take a breath in as I exhale. I'm going to press into my palms and blossom the center of my back and my scapula is up towards the sky. Then come back to neutral. And then I'm going to exhale, come up, and inhale to neutral. This is what it looks like in high plank. Exhale, push up. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, push up. Inhale, back to neutral. And we're going to do 5 of those right here and right now. So come into your shape. Let's take a breath in as you exhale. Push it up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, come down. 3 more. Come up as you exhale. Inhale to neutral. Exhale up. Inhale to neutral. Last one. Exhale up. Inhale to neutral. If you're in tabletop, come back to your high plank. We're going to hold for 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push your hips up towards the sky. Adho Mukha. Downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Maybe you sway your hips side to side. Maybe you shake your head yes and no. Maybe this is the first down dog of your day, so stillness is what is calling to you. Droop your head back. So your gaze is back on your toe tips here. And let's all inhale up and turn, tip your toes as you exhale. Just tiptoe all the way up to the top of your mat, meeting me in a forward fold there. And take an inhale halfway, lift lengthen. Exhale, bow forward, take your hands to your lower back, interlace them, let that fist fall forward. Yoga Mudra. Mudra. Don't know why I said it so weird the first time.
Palms can stay touching together or your palms can splay apart. If you have super flexible shoulders, keep your palms pressing together to super activate your shoulders to keep anything from going wrong and keep your shoulder muscles engaged. If you have super strong shoulders, let your palms splay apart for a little extra openness. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse swan dive, while they're standing, hands coming to touch. Exhale, pull your hands down to your heart. Close your eyes. Reconnect your intention. Reconnect your breath. Let those first 15, 20 minutes of class go. Let's inhale, reach your hands up. As you exhale, swan dive, forward, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, put your hands down, step your right leg long back behind you. Right knee's gonna come down on the mat. Bring your left hand onto your left knee, and then your right hand on your right knee, coming into your low classical lunge. Good. Moving through a classical sun style. Your hands can stay on your thigh if you want, or you can reach your hands up towards the sky, your choice. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down, tuck your right toe, lift your right knee, step back, high plank, knees stay higher, knees go down, lower down, low plank. Inhale up, upward facing dog. As you exhale, bring your knees down to the mat, push your hips back towards your heels. Keep your toes tucked, toes stretched here. So it's child's pose, but your toes are stretched, so you can stretch out the plantar fascia at the bottoms of your feet. Then take a breath in as you exhale, rock back to tabletop, and push your hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, pull right knee towards your nose, plant right foot down, left knee falls, hands go high, low, classical lunge, pinkies swirling inwards to face each other, or hands can stay glued down on that thigh. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down, lift your left knee, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step forward, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And then inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Hands coming to touch as you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down, step your left leg all the way back behind you. Left knee's gonna follow. Right hand comes into right thigh, then left hand. Hands can stay interlaced here on this right thigh, or hands go high. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step back, high plank. Take your vinyasa. But again, from your upward facing dog, tuck your toes, push it back. Toe stretch. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back to tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pull your left knee towards your nose, put your left foot down the mat. Right knee follows, hands go high. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse swan dive all over standing, hands coming to touch. As you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart. Inhale, hands go high. As you exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, put your hands on the mat. Step your right leg all the way back behind you. Right knee's gonna fall down to the mat. Let's plant our right hand down and reach our left hand up towards the sky. Option to fall onto this left pinky toe edge of your foot here if you want. We're here for 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, bring left hand down, tuck right toes, lift right knee, step back, high plank. Normal chaturanga, normal vinyasa here, so just up dog, or from high plank to low plank to up dog to down dog. No toe stretch this round unless you absolutely want it. Meet me in your downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. As you exhale, stack your hips here, bend your right knee. Take circles at whatever joint you need to, ankle, hip, knee, thigh. Your practice, your choice. And then go ahead, inhale, straighten out that right leg. As you exhale, pull your right knee to the outside of your right elbow. Plant your right foot down on the mat. Left knee's gonna follow. Lizard pose here. Pulling your right hip back. Left hip forward here. Early on in practice, so take whatever movement you need here in this hip joint. Maybe stay nice and proud. Maybe your elbows go down onto the earth. It's not super early in practice, but we haven't opened up our hips any at all. We haven't really done any sort of a standing series. Let's just respect this joint. Breathing. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly make your way back up onto your hands. Let's plant our left hand down and reach our right hand up, twisting to this side. And you can stay here in this lizard twist, or you can tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and take this right foot and step it back to the back of the mat. So you come into a side plank here. With your left hand down, actively pressing both hips back up towards that sky. This is just an option. If you really want to, you can stay in that lizard pose. But if you really, really, really want to come into side plank, come into side plank. We're in a side plank for 5. Left knee can come down for support. 3, 2, 1. If you took side plank, step your right foot back up towards your lizard pose. Let's all take an inhale and exhale. Take your right hand down the inside of your right foot. Take this left foot, step it to the top of your mat. Malasana, low yogi squat. Heels point in, toes point out. Drop your hips, nice and low. Growing the crown of your head up towards that sky. And just breathe. Slowing down your heart. Actively engaging your quads. Lift your head up towards the sky. We'll be here one more time. Option for crow there. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward. Plant your hands down. Lift your hips up. Wiggle walk into midline. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse one dive all the way up to standing. Hands going to touch as you exhale. Pull your hands onto your heart. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, swan dive, forward, forward fold. Let's take a breath as you exhale. Step your left leg back. Left knee goes down. Plant left hand down and reach right hand up. Twisting here in your low classical lunge. Option to fall out of the pinky toe edge of your right foot if you want to. But again, it's a choice. And we're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, peel that right foot down the mat. Place your right hand down the earth. Step back, high plank. Vinyasa through. Meet me in downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift your left leg up, and as you exhale, stack your hips here. Bend your left knee. Taking circles at whatever joint you need to. Ankle, hip, knee, thigh. And then inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Bring your right knee down to the mat. Good. Lizard pose. Staying here, maybe your elbows go down into the mat. Again, your practice, your choice, your hip joint. Being kind to this hip joint, just like we were on the right, not instantly going to whatever pose and variation we took on the right, but figuring out which is best for this hip, this side. Two more breaths here. And then your next exhale, make your way back to your proud lizard. Let's plant our right hand down and reach our left hand up. Again, option to stay here up. Maybe you tuck your toes, lift your right knee, and you step back to your side plank. Actually pressing your hips up towards that sky here. Starfishing your hand down on the mat as you hug your belly button up and in. Holding, gazing up towards the sky or down the mat. Again, side plank is just a choice. You can stay in lizard. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side plank, step left foot up. Low, or lizard's pose with a twist. Let's all bring our left hand down. You know we're headed. Malasana, step this right foot to the top of your mat. Low yogi squat. Maybe you make this more of a time to open up your hips. Maybe you make this as a time to engage your glutes and lift your head up. Or maybe you make this arm balance time, taking a crow pose, planting your hands down directly underneath your shoulders. Come up onto your tippy toes. Wiggle walk your feet in, so that way your wrists, or your toes are directly behind your wrists. And bend your elbows like you're coming into chaturanga, so a nice big bend. Gaze out in front of you. Lift one foot up off the mat. And then maybe the other. Balancing here. And we're in Malasana or crow for 10. Because why not? More time to play, more time to stretch, more time to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're in crow, make your way back down to Malasana. We'll all take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. Wiggle walk your feet into midline. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse one dive all the way up, standing hands coming to touch. As you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart. And then inhale, hands go high. And as you exhale, sink your hips low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Hug your belly button up and in here. Breathe. Let's take a big breath in. As you exhale, lift your right knee all the way towards the sky. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Holding for 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, step back down into your chair pose. Bringing up our chair pose here with some knee hugs to help open up our hip. And let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift that left knee all the way towards the sky. Hug your left knee in. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And then take a big breath in a stiff chair pose. As you exhale, step your left leg all the way back behind you. High lunge. Pausing here for a breath. Exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down. Lift your right leg all the way up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Take an inhale and exhale. Pull your right knee in towards your nose. Core. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Put your right foot down. Inhale in. Exhale, rise all the way up towards the sky. High lunge. Take your time here. We're going to hold steady in our high lunge for a few breaths. Set up the pose like you want. Right hip pulls back. Left hip pulls forward. Hands go high. Good. And stay here. Hands go high. Or maybe bring your hands to the back of your head. Interlace them. Thumbs point down. You either stay here or maybe you begin to tilt your head back into your hands. Opening up the front side of your neck. Opening up your back. Opening up your shoulders here. Hug your belly button up and in. Lift your sternum. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up to neutral. Bring your hands together to touch above your head. Take a big breath in as you exhale. Bring your left knee down into the mat and sink down into your right knee. Low classical lunge. Now you'll see here, my thumbs are crossed. My second finger is released. All my other fingers are interlaced. This is called our Kali Mudra. And you can stay here in Kali Mudra or take Kali Mudra. Your hands can stay just touching, thumbs crossed, your choice. But if you're in Kali Mudra, go ahead, wiggle your shoulders back behind you. And then continue to open your chest and heart up towards the sky a little bit more. And we're here in our low classical lunge, either straight up towards the sky, or taking a little bit of a back bend. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward, point your hands down, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step your right leg all the way up towards the sky again, stack your hips, bend your right knee, stay here or flip your dog. Your choice. Opting for an early wheel if you got it. And we're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath as you exhale, come back around, extend your right leg all the way up towards the sky, inhaling. In, exhale, right foot comes down to mat, rock forward, high plank, vinyasa through. Meet me in downward facing dog. 2 breaths here and down dog to recoup. And then take a breath in as you exhale, rock forward, high plank. Option for knees to stay higher, knees can go down. Your choice. 5 more sub-scapular push-ups. If you want, you can do 2 if you want. You can do 1 if you want. But if you're coming with me, let's go ahead and get started. As you exhale, press your shoulder blades up towards the sky. And inhale, come back down. Exhale up. Inhale down. 3 more. You got this. Engage your serratus anterior by actually pressing that mat away. Last one. And when you're done, take an optional vinyasa or just push your hips back towards the sky, downward facing dog. Like I said, we're working on shoulder strength today. Inhale all the way up onto your tippy toes as you exhale. Stop, step, hop, float up to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And then inhale, hands go high, hips go low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Holding here. Breathing here. For 4. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Take a breath as you exhale. Hug your left knee all the way up towards the sky. Hold it in. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Hands go high. Hips go low. Foot rests on the mat. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath as you exhale. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath as you exhale. Step, step, step. This right leg all the way back behind you. High lunge. Left hip pulls back. Right hip pulls forward. Only pausing because we're taking a breath as you exhale. Hinge forward. Pull your hands down. Reach your left leg all the way towards the sky. Take a big breath as you exhale. Pull your left knee towards your nose. Take it to the sky. Exhale. Left knee. Left elbow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale. Left knee. Right elbow. Inhale to the sky. And then exhale. Pull your left knee in towards your nose. Put your left foot down on the mat. And inhale. Rise all the way up. High lunge. Left hip pulls back. Right hip pulls forward. Pull your shoulder blades down your back and away from your ears here. You got this. Breathing. And again, maybe your hands come to the back of your head. Thumbs point down towards that neck of yours and towards your shoulders. Actively pull your elbows back behind you. And then begin to let your head drift back here, stretching out your upper back, stretching out your traps. Breathing. For 3, 2, 1. Make your way back up to neutral. Take your hands together above you. Take a breath as you exhale. Right knee's going to come down and actively sink down into your left knee. Again, option just to make a sandwich for a lack of a better cue with your hands, or take Kali Mudra. And again, with Kali Mudra, maybe you begin to swim your shoulders back behind you before you begin to take this into a back bend, lifting your sternum, your heart straight up towards that sky, getting a little bit of a curve in your thoracic spine before you get your C-spine involved and your head involved. Blossoming your rib cage forward for 3 if you're in the back bend, or straight up towards the sky. 2, 1. Bow forward, plant your hands down, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Step your left leg all the way up towards the sky, stack your hips, bend your left knee, stay here, or flip your dog. Your choice. Heels push down, hips go up. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, come back around. Inhale, left leg goes high. As you exhale, plant left foot down. Rock forward, high plank. Vinyasa through. Meet me in downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in a down dog. Dolphin if you wish. Child's pose. Down dog. Your choice. 2 breaths to left. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to that intention. And then go take a big inhale in. Your next exhale, maybe back in your downward facing dog. Let's inhale all the way up onto your tippy toes. As you exhale, step, float, hop up to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, hands go high, hips go low, Utkatasana, chair pose. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, pull your right knee all the way up towards the sky. Take an inhale and exhale, lower down. Inhale and exhale, pull your left knee up towards the sky. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step, step, step your left leg all the way back behind you. Breath in your high lunge. As you exhale, bow forward, put your hands down, reach your right leg all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, right knee towards your nose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale to the sky. You guys know what's coming. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale to the sky. And then exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Plant your right foot down. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. 3 options. Hands stay high. You can take that back bend option if you want. Or if you want to take some strength. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your arms down in front of you. Inhale, pull your arms back to field goals. Modified field goals, palms face down towards the mat. And as you exhale, take them back out towards the top of your mat. And inhale, reach up. Yeah. So you exhale, you bring your hands down in front of you. You inhale, you pull them back. You exhale, you reach out in front of you. And you inhale, lift up. Exhale, you come down. Inhale, you pull back. Exhale, out front. Inhale, lift up. 2 more. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, out front. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, out front. Inhale, lift up. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your palms together to touch. Left knee comes down the mat. Sink down into your right knee. Good. Same options as last time, then an extra one added on as well. Sandwich with your hands. Kali Mudra. Or if you've been taking those little baby back bends, what you can do if you want is take your left hand to the back of your left thigh. Reach your right hand up and begin to take it back into a back bend. Right hand can even come to rest on the back of your head and your neck, taking an even deeper stretch here. And if you haven't been taking those baby back bends, feel free to take your left hand up towards the sky, right hand to the back of your neck, and just let your head and neck relax back. Or both hands can come back to the back of your head here. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bow forward, plant your hands on the mat, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step your right leg up towards the sky, stack your hips, bend your right knee, take it down. Open your hips, or flip your dog. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, come all the way back down, in, around, downward facing dog with that left leg, right leg lifted, so 3-legged dog. Take a big breath in as you exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Plant right foot down, left knee's gonna follow. Inhale, go high, hands go high, low classical lunge. Then tuck your left toes. Take a breath in as you exhale, pull your left knee all the way up towards that sky. Hug that left knee in for 3, 2, you got this. 1. Exhale, step, step, step that left leg all the way back. Pivot that left foot between 45 degrees and 90. Sink down, warrior 2. Good. Working on some glute strength there with that big lift up and then kicking back. So that way lifting, kicking up into our classical headstand. It's gonna be a lot easier. Arms out to a T here. We're in warrior 2 for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, flip your palms up towards the sky. Reverse it back, straighten out your right leg. Reverse triangle pose for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, take your right arm back out in front of you. Warrior 2. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring your hands to your lower back. Interlace them. Inhale, press your knuckles down. Look up, gaze up. As you exhale, hinge forward. Right knee comes down to the right shoulder comes down to the inside of your right knee. Humble warrior 2. Ostrich pose here. Whatever you like to call it. Stretching out our shoulders. Breathing here. For 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, bring both hands down the inside of your right foot. Crab crawl around to the long edge of your mat. Wide-legged forward fold. And first start out by just actively melting the crown of your head down towards the mat, arms directly underneath your shoulders. And take 2 big, deep breaths here. And then you have an option to stay here, or an option to halfway lift, lengthen. Good. Taking your hands on the mat, you have an option to take whatever bind you want with your hands to your feet. You can walk your hands out in front of you. If you want a little bit more of a shoulder strengthening thing, lift your hands up off the mat. Bring them out so they're kind of like in field goals or cactus arms here, but your chest is squaring down towards the mat. Okay? So they're like vertical field goals. And we'll inhale, or horizontal field goals. Inhale, lift your hands out in front of us towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, pull back to your field goals. Inhale, lift up and out. As you exhale, pull back. Just like we did on our back at the start of practice. Let's do 4 more of these field goals to straight arms, if you wish. And when you're done, just take your hands back down on the mat, forward fold. And we're in our forward fold for 3, 2, 1. Let's all take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, take these left toes, point them out towards the top left corner of your mat. Take your right toes, kind of point them out towards the top right corner of your mat. Sink down into your left knee, coming into Skandasana here. Option for your right toes to point straight up towards the sky, right heel down. You do this variation if your left heel sealed down. If this left heel is popping up off that mat, pivot around, right foot seals down. Both hands rest, left heel now seals down, wanting to protect that knee. Okay? And we're hanging on here in Skandasana, not for a whole heck of a lot of time. Kind of rushing now for time. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Plant your hands down on the mat. Left hand on the outside of your left foot. Right hand on the inside of your right foot. Lift up. Pivot around. Low runner's lunge at the back of your mat. Let's take a big breath as you exhale. Lift your left leg all the way up towards the sky. 3-legged dog. Now, bring your right elbow down. Hold here. Right elbow down. Left hand planted. Left leg still lifting for 3, 2, 1. Left elbow's going to come down now. Keep your left leg lifted. Modified dolphin. If you do not like this variation of dolphin, feel free to bring your left leg down. 4-legged dolphin. Or if you like the 3-legged dolphin or the 1-legged dolphin, however you want to think about it, you can stay there. And whatever variation of dolphin you decide to take, you can walk your right foot in a little bit or as much as you want. And we're here for 5. Building last shoulder strength. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Keep your left leg lifted. Plant your left hand back down into the mat. Press into your right hand, lift up, 3-legged dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, left leg comes down the earth. Rock forward, high plank. Vinyasa through. Meet me in downward facing dog. You got this. Inhale all the way up onto your tippy toes. As you exhale, step, float, hop up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And then inhale, hands go high, hips go low. Utkatasana chair pose. Let's take a big breath in. As you exhale, lift your left knee up, hug it in. Exhale, step back down. Inhale, and as you exhale, pull your right knee in. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, step all the way back, higher lunge. Left foot forward. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward. Plant your hands down, lift left leg all the way up. Exhale, left knee toward your nose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, pull your left knee towards your nose, plant your left foot down. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Good. So many different options now you can do with your hands. Hands can say hi. You can take those pillow hands. You can do those arms straight up to down in front to back behind you. Or if you want to come with me, 1 more here. Bring your arms down to shoulder to the field goals, to cactuses. And then inhale, bring your elbows out in front of you so they're magnetizing together but not touching. As you exhale, pull them back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, pull back. 5 more breaths. Doing these shoulder strengthening exercises, doing the shoulder opener. Breathe. 2 breaths left. Good. On your last exhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. Bring your hands together, touch, take a big breath in. Exhale, right knee goes down. Sink down into your hip here. Good. Low classical lunge. Options, sandwich hands. Kali Mudra here. Or if you want, right hand comes down to the back of your right leg. Reach your left hand up and take it into a back bend here. Squaring your chest forward towards that sky. Sternum lifting, heart lifting. And again, left hand can come to the back of your head. You can relax here. First 3, 2, 1. Exhale, unwind. Plant hands down, tuck right toes, lift right knee, step all the way up. 3-legged dog, stack your hips, bend your left knee, flip your dog, press your hips up for 3, 2, 1. Come back around. 3-legged dog. Take a breath as you exhale. Pull your left knee towards your nose. Plant your left foot down. Right knee falls down the mat. Low classic lunge. Hands go high. Take a breath in. Exhale. Tuck your right toes. Take another breath in. Exhale. Pull that right knee all the way up towards the sky. For 3. You got this. 2. 1. Exhale. Step it all the way back. Warrior 2 here. Hugging your belly button up and in here in your warrior 2 to tuck your tailbone. And again, arms are nice and long. Actively sinking down to this left knee, knee. Feet are in heel to arch alignment for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, flip your palms up towards the sky. Inhale, take it back. Reverse radiant triangle, straighten out your left leg. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hinge all the way back down and forward. Take a breath as you exhale, hands come to your lower back and release them. Inhale, press your knuckles down, gaze up. Exhale, hinge forward, ostrich pose. Maybe you wiggle walk your right foot in a little bit like I just did to shorten your stance for better balance. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release your grip. Left hand, right hand down the inside of your left foot. Crab crawl around towards the long edge of your mat. 5 long deep breaths here in your wide-legged forward fold, however you want to, okay? Resting here. We're almost towards our classical headstand time, and we've closely approached the end of class. We've got about 14 minutes left, so take your rest here. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Take your hands back directly underneath your shoulders. Halfway lift, lengthen. Take your right toes, point them out towards the right top corner of your mat. Left toes kind of point them to the back corner of your mat. Sink down into your right knee. Skandasana here. Doing whatever you want with your hands. And just breathe. And again, right heel seal down, then left toes can point straight up towards the sky as your left heel pops down and rests on the mat. However, right heel's not squared down. Plant your hands down. Modify to protect your knees. For 3, 2, 1. On your next exhale, plant your left hand down the inside of your right foot. Plant your right hand down the outside of your right foot. Crab crawl around. Low runner's lunge with your left knee lifted towards the front of your mat now. Let's take this right leg, strap it all the way up towards the sky. 3-legged dog. Good. And from here, bring left elbow down. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, right elbow down. Modify dolphin pose here. And again, right leg can come down if you don't like this. You can scoot your feet in at any time as well. Right leg doesn't have to be open or closed. Just have it lifted. Hanging out in dolphin for a few more breaths. Or your modified dolphin, your choice. Breathing for 5, because why not? 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, press into your right hand, lift up. Then take a breath in as you exhale, lift up onto your left hand. Take a big breath in as you exhale, right knee comes down. Exhale, rock forward, high plank. Then bring your knees down, push your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. And rest here. Take time to thank yourself for everything you've been able to do thus far on your mat. If you're taking this time out of your day for yourself and to move, let go of anything from your standing series or from off of your mat that's no longer serving you on your next exhale. And then on your next inhale, bring in something from your mat that you're super proud of, or from something from off of your mat that you're super proud of, that you've done today, this week, this month. And then on the exhale following that, just fully let go of your standing practice. All the bad, let it go. Maybe you keep the good. Maybe you let the good go to keep ego, let ego go, or to let ego go and keep ego in check. And as you're ready, on your next exhale, begin to walk your hands up towards your knees. Coming to sit on your heels. And from here, we're going to start playing with our inversion. It's our play time. So like I said, you can play with any inversion you want. If you want to do tripod, if you want to do pinch it, if you want to do handstand, you're more than welcome to. If you want to do shoulder stand to plow, if you know what that means and that's part of your practice, go for it. If you want to lay in Shavasana, go for it. But if you want to play with classical, let's go ahead and go. And I'm just going to check my watch real quick. We'll play for about 2 minutes. We'll take child's pose either intermittently throughout our time to practice and play, or just at the very end. And from there, we'll take our way down to the mat and to close that class. Okay, and I'll leave you in Shavasana. We'll close that class there. So if you're coming with me to classical, either head there, or if you want to just watch me cue it down, I like to come in for my hands and my knees. Okay, so if you're coming in from tabletop, I would recommend scooting your hips back to your heels and sitting here, because it makes it a lot easier. Because what you're going to do from here is you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna interlace them like a hammock. And your pinkies can be stacked one on top of the other, or your pinkies can sit next to each other on the mat, your choice. And then you're gonna bring your hands down onto the mat and your forearms down on the mat. Forearms are shoulder width distance apart. And if you wanna measure from your tabletop, so you saw there, I just rocked forward. What you do once your hands come down on the mat is you lift your butt up off your heels. So now you're in your modified tabletop. If you want to check the distance of your hands, take your right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right shoulder, and then pivot your hands out from your shoulders so your forearms are now directly in line with your elbows, and your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders, and then interlace your hands. Your shoulders, or your forearms are shoulder width distance apart. Bam. And from here, you're going to bring the crown of your head down to the mat, so that soft spot on the top of your head in a baby. You're going to tuck your toes. You're going to lift your knees. Your knees, plural. And then you're going to begin to walk your feet in towards your hands here, coming into a modified dolphin shape. And you can hang out here for as long as you want. But with time, what you do is you lift one leg up, and as you lift your leg up, you roll up onto the tippy toes of the grounded leg, and then engage your quad of the grounded leg. And in this case, it was my left leg, so I rocked up onto my left tippy toes, lifted my left leg up once my right leg had been lifted. And here I'm engaging my core by pulling my belly button up and in. I am gluing my legs together, okay, or at least my thighs together, actively magnetizing them together. I'm tucking my tailbone. My elbows, wrists, and shoulders are stacking one on top of the other. My hips are stacking directly above my shoulders as well. To come out of the pose, you bring one foot down and then the other. Knees follow down. And then you slowly roll up vertebrae, bottom vertebrae. Chin is the last thing to lift from your chest here. Okay? And that is classical headstand. So we got about a minute more to play here before we start to bring down class. Now, if you just saw me do that and you're like, no, don't want to do that. You don't have to. And I went through it kind of fast, I know. So if you want a recap or a refresher, I have shameless plug here, just because I have a tutorial up on my page as well. But anyways, just play or rest. Do what you need to right now. And that was a shameless plug, but also to help you further with classical headstand if you want that. But like I mentioned before, yoga is not just about being able to do an inversion, and it's not about being able to do any other cool asanas. It's about so much more. It's about pranayama. It's about the yamas and niyamas. It's about the withdrawal of the senses and more of a withdrawal into your body and away from the outer senses, and then eventually away from all senses when you're in shavasana. It's about just so much more. And yeah, so it's not just about the asana. So with that, again, another tangent. I gotta stop doing those. But that kind of just killed like the last minute that you had to play. So maybe it distracted you from how time was passing and how it felt like it was just crawling. It's now over. So just meet me in your child's pose. Three more big deep breaths here. And on your third exhale, meet me back in your tabletop position. Combining a shoulder opener here with a hip opener. We're going to take cow-faced pose, okay? Which is a big fancy word for internal rotation with a shoulder opener. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this left leg and we're going to extend it all the way back behind us. And then we're going to lift up our left foot and cross our left foot behind our right leg. And then we're going to bring our left knee down the mat, so it's just on the inside of our right knee. And so it's like on the outside of our right thigh. And from here, you're going to begin to walk your hands back towards you, so you're rocking and walking your bottom back behind you. Feet are spliced out here, so that way your hips come to sit on the mat. And if you're like, yeah, no, I don't like that, then just hang out here in this nice internal hip rotation for your right hip. If you got a mat or a block or a bolster or a book or a pillow to sit on, you're more than welcome to sit on that as well. So this is cow-face pose. Totally, I know how to pronounce the Sanskrit, and I can see it in my head, but I just know if I try to say it, it's going to sound so wrong. So taking our archer arms here, let's inhale, lift our hands up towards the sky. And as you exhale, let's bend our right hand and bring our right hand to the center of our back. Left hand comes to right elbow. Breathing here. Maybe your left hand wraps down and around, back behind you. Internal rotation, this is internal rotation of our left hand. So you go for that full bind. For 10. Breathing, opening up up your hips. This can be really intense on your hips, just like it can be really intense on your shoulders. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. If you took the full bind, release it. Let's rock forward onto our hands and knees. Unlace our legs, so our left knee is now in line with our right. Just go ahead, wiggle your hips side to side here. And then go ahead, pick up your right leg. Extend your right leg all the way back behind you. Then pick up your right foot. Cross your right knee and your right leg behind your left knee. Right knee coming to the outside edge, so of your calf, to the outside edge of your knee. And then begin to walk your hands up towards you. Bottom comes down to rest here in between your legs. Ground the crown of your head up towards that sky. Shoulder blades draw down your back and away from your ears. And then inhale, lift your hands up. As you exhale, take your left hand into the center of your back here. Left elbow pointing straight towards the sky, right hand resting on your left elbow. Again, you can stay here or wrap this right hand down and around, going for the full bind. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwind. Bring both hands back down to that mat. Uncross your knees, tabletop. And from here, leaving your hips stacking directly above your knees. Walk your hands out in front of you, puppy pose. Deep shoulder stretch here. Deep back body stretch as well. The perfect way to end our class. Really breathing here to make it more active. Lift up your hands above the mat. Tuck your fingertips. You can always rest your hands on blocks if you want, or books, whatever you may have at home, for an even deeper shoulder stretch. I'm here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, pull your chest through your elbows here, coming to lay out on the mat. Cobra pose, or modified sphinx, before you drag all the way down onto the mat. Begin to settle here into your final Shavasana, your final pose of rest, taking any other shoulder stretches that you need along the way, or any other postures and poses that you need to finish out your class. I know we kind of rushed there at the end because I took too much time to talk at the start of class, and I'm sorry for that. And if you want to continue to play with classical, or you're not ready quite for Shavasana and you want to continue to stretch, please do that. If your body's not ready for Shavasana, if your body needs something more, please listen to that urge, listen to that request, and do what you need to make your practice ready for Shavasana. But if you're ready to rest, begin to let your senses go. Begin to call your attention only to your breath as your muscles begin to melt down here into your mat. Letting the only focus and the only sensation you acknowledge be your breath. And the rise and fall of your chest. Begin to let your thoughts drift away like clouds in a bright blue sky. As you simply melt, palms become heavy, shoulder blades drawing down your back and away from your ears. And this is where I leave you. As always, there's an honor to teach, and it was an honor to play alongside you. I hope you enjoyed today's class, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Please stay in this final pose of rest for as long as you want or need to, slowly recalling awareness and movement back to your body. The inner light in me sees and honors that same light that is in you. Namaste.